Hey guys, Aaron at My Homestead Education. Well, today on the homestead, we got some friends coming over for a late lunch, early dinner. It's really hard to tell what to call these things because by the time a late lunch comes around, it's getting dark, and by the time dinner comes, it's been dark for 3 hours. So anyhow, my son and I, we're walking down the driveway. If you recall, I had an issue with a spring on the side of my hill. It started coming out right here. Anyhow, right here is where it was coming out. If you recall the video, I dug a big old hole up there, and we still have water coming out, and as you can see, it just trickles down. Here it is trickling right now. And it's 20 something degrees. It might be 30 degrees. I don't think it is. I think it's in the 20s. But we just got water coming out of the ground. And that's not good. You don't want water coming out of the ground when it's 23 degrees, especially under your driveway. It's just running down here. And, you know, a little bit here. I mean, we got this whole driveway nice and dry. And it seems real nice. But what I'm about to show you is crazy. This is nuts. We're coming down here. I got the back end of this splitting maul. And my son has a pickaxe here. And the ice starts building up and building up and building up. And this is our driveway to our home. And by the time you get over here, it's a solid sheet of ice going all the way down here. I mean, this is not cool at all. And this has developed just over the last couple of days like this. I don't know what to do. And we live in an area where people, they charge you an arm and a leg for any kind of service. And when they've made enough money for the year, a lot of them just don't care to do any more work. And we called several people to come up here and try to figure out where this water's coming from, see if we can't divert it, see if whatever we needed to do. Nobody would come up here. We had one person that said they'd come up here, and it was going to be like $450 an hour to dig with a machine. And I'm like, come on, that's retarded. You know, that's a ridiculous amount of money. So anyhow, we're here. We got some tools, and we're gonna start just busting this up and trying to pull off chunks of ice. I came out here this morning with a pickaxe, and I dug up some of this, and I think we can. Here, let me see your pickaxe, son. I think if we can get into the right spots, you can start getting under it and just popping up pieces at a time. Because I don't know what else to do. I don't have a tractor. I don't have any kind of heavy equipment. I don't know what else to do. The only other thing I know to do is pour gasoline and light it on fire and see if it'll melt it. I don't know. Or build a fire, a couple of fires, 3 or 4 of them around this turn, and try to get it really hot and just see how it goes. I don't know. I really don't know. Right now we're out here. We're gonna just start hitting and busting it up. My son's out here doing it. Watch your eyes, son. Right now it is warming up a little bit. Maybe it might be above freezing because it wasn't this slick earlier. It wasn't this sloppy. But anyhow, oh, please God help us this winter. Because if this keeps going like this, it's going to be a very long winter. We came out here, my boys came out here and put about 5 gallons of salt all around here the other day, and it melted it. And because everything's on a hill, as it melted the salt went downhill with it. So because you can see as you come on this part of the drive, the ice doesn't keep going very far, but just right here. And this is like one of the worst spots to have it. So anyhow, I'll come back and show you. Hopefully we can get at least some trenches cut out, and we'll see how it goes. So all right, All right, well, we were out here for about an hour, and we kept trying to light a fuel in a where the tracks would go, light a fuel on fire, see if it melted away, and it did. We had a good melt off along where some of the main tire tracks are, and it just, of course, that water went down the hill. Hopefully it'll have time to soak into the ground some before it freezes up and we got sheets of ice all the way down. But what we ended up doing, we took some old straw and hay, and where it's the worst, we put a line of it here, and a lot of it was wet, so it didn't burn real well, but we did a line of it in the ice, on top of the ice, and we put a little bit of fuel right down the center of it and lit it up. And this is getting cleared away really good already, and we burnt it. And then we have another one over here where you're coming up. This is really steep right in here. This whole area is a steep climb. Even when it's dry, your tires will spin out right here because it's a steep drop. Hard to really tell from this angle, but we got this burned out. There's water flowing down, hot water, so maybe it'll continue to melt some tracks out. We got water. Most of it's not puddled. That's just a glistening from the reflection of the sun most of the way down. So hopefully it'll dry, and if it does freeze up, it's super thin and just cracks and there's rocks sticking up through it. I've never had to do this. This is going to be a really long winter if this doesn't stop. I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm thinking after the lake effect freeze, kind of, I mean, it looks like a lake frozen solid out here, but if it keeps doing this, we may start putting buy some fresh straw bales and set them over here, and then when all of this is frozen up, we'll just spread it out over the whole top of it, which is already going to insulate it. If I just left it that way, it'll hold heat from the sun. But instead of just leaving it there, I'll light it up and hopefully let it burn and melt, do a big melt off. This is probably a week and a half, 2 week buildup here. So if I have to do this every 2 weeks to keep this corner cleared out, and we're not sure that it's going to really do it long term, but if I have to do this every couple of weeks, it's going to get old. And next spring, I'm gonna just have to rent an excavator and come in and just dig a huge ditch that comes all the way out. I should have done it this summer, but we had times where the flow was slowing down, so I thought, well, maybe it is the spring and it's not going to do much. But I can't get people up here, so I'll have to do it myself. But anyhow, this is the drive as it is now. Lots of fun. And there's my boys chipping away, doing a great job. They enjoyed lighting stuff on fire. They always get a kick out of that. Gotta be careful around one another. Don't be slinging that sledge that close to your brother. And see, it's melted underneath where we got water running underneath the ice, so he's able to chip off. I mean, this is doing great up here. Over here it wasn't doing so well. It's a little thicker. We could do it, but it was getting harder to do it. But right in here it's chipping away pretty well. Alrighty, well, hey guys, I appreciate you watching. Please upvote and comment. Resteam. I've been kind of getting infatuated with the whole cryptocurrency. I've been studying up on it. I've got some exciting stuff that I plan on coming and showing you this week. So that's a little, I'm just giving you a little preview to it, what's coming. Maybe, I don't know if tonight we have company coming, but maybe tomorrow I'll sit down and put together a video showing you some of the stuff I'm doing and how I'm already making some money on my crypto. So anyhow, y'all have a wonderful day. God bless, and come back and see us again. Whoa! Oh no. You okay? Okay, we're okay.